Alrighty. So today, I know I'm kind of switching it up a little bit, I guess, with my intros, but yeah, I don't know. I guess that's how we're starting the last couple of videos anyway. So today, can't believe I'm actually sitting down in front of the camera to review this movie for a fourth time, but it did have a re-release in 2022, so here we go again. We are going to be re-reviewing the movie Avatar, but it was a different experience, I think, with it being in definitely with it being in D-Box and 3D again for the first time in 13 years. So it was a crazy experience to sit down and watch it again in 3D, as well as experience the movie in D-Box. And very similar to Top Gun, I would say this is one of the ones that was worth going to see it in D-Box, because just everything, like all the flight stuff in the movie with the creatures like the Taruks and obviously they're the other creature, the other flying creature, oh my god, that I can never for the life of me remember the name of. Uh, but anyway, the Omataakai, I finally remember the name of the actual. So the Navis were the people on the island, but the Omataakai was the tribe that I believe he was trying to become a part of. If I'm if I'm saying that correctly, I hope I am. I hope I finally got that part of the story down pat. And yeah, just a crazy experience to go see it again in 3D, because it was upgraded to the 4K format, so it was almost like experiencing the film again for the first time. And obviously, I don't even think D-Box was a thing in 2009. I'd have to actually look up the history on D-Box to see how long it's been around, but I don't think it was even, yeah, a thing way back in 2009 when this movie came out. Because, God, how old would I have been when this? I think I would have been 15 when this movie first came out, because I'm 28 now. So yeah, 13 years ago. Yeah, I guess I would have been 15. So I can't even remember who I went to see this movie with. It had to have been a group of friends. But yeah, who that was now, forgive me for not remembering who I even went to see that movie with now, because I don't even think I had Facebook when I was 15. I don't even know if Facebook would have been a thing when I was 15. Good lord. It really has been that long. Was Facebook around in 2009? I think it might have been. I think it might have been just kind of becoming popular in 2009, or it might have been out for maybe a couple years by that point, but I think I was late to the Facebook game as it was anyway, and honestly at this point I don't even really use it that much, as opposed to how much I did. I kind of just use it to share my YouTube stuff, honestly, at this point, to kind of get a better, to get more traction, obviously, to my YouTube channel, right? Because I share it to the public. So, yeah. Other than that, so there wasn't. Yeah, I kind of really realized how much they actually cut out of the movie, just due to the fact of watching the other three versions of the movies and how much it actually takes away from the experience. I think the collector's edition is definitely the one to watch for sure at home if you are ever going to watch this movie. And I have a feeling this movie is going to probably be out until the new one hits theaters anyway. I just have that feeling that that's how long they're going to try to hold on to it. I mean, it's only a couple of months now till the new one comes out anyway, so I think it was kind of smart to maybe release it now, or yeah, maybe they could have waited another month until maybe the end of October. I'm not sure. I guess maybe they didn't really want it to be competing with other stuff. And I mean, Top Gun's still sitting in theaters right now as well. So yeah, I have a feeling that they're just going to be the two competing movies to see who can stay in theaters the longest now. Because I honestly can't believe that. I think Top Gun came out in April, didn't it? And I don't think, for some theaters anyway, it never left theaters, and now it's just been re-released, and a whole bunch of other yeah, it's just been re-released and making a crap ton of money. And I think Avatar probably wanted to be re-released, not only for the reason that it's been so long since it's been in the theaters, and probably some people have seen it, and obviously some people are just seeing it for the first time, like one of my buddies last night had just seen it for the very first time. So it's kind of cool that they did this for people who haven't seen it, and for obviously fans of the movie just to go back and relive the nostalgia of being able to see it in 3D one last time. So there was one standout moment alone, obviously, from this one that I don't remember in any of the other versions of the film where, what's his name? Oh God, I'm gonna have to pull it up here. Just bear with me for one moment. I think I have it right here, probably at the top of my list because I've reviewed it so many times this week. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so, God, I can't think of his name. I know, like all the other names, like Natiri and obviously Sully and Grace and Toussaint and all those guys, but I can't think of his name for the life of me. And Trudy, come on. Don't tell me that's not going to load the rest of this list like it normally does. There we go. Yeah, Parker. Parker actually steps out of the lineup at the end when they're saying that some of the aliens, so meaning humans, decided to stay on Pandora, and obviously most of them decided to go back to the dying planet, which I'm assuming is Earth. So I guess Norm stayed, so we kind of see him in the lineup at the very end of the movie. And who else would have stayed? I'm trying to think of who was the other one that was standing beside him in the lineup at the end. Yeah. There was two people in that lineup at the very end of the movie. I'm just trying to think of who the other one was that opted to stay. Well, hopefully they release this version of the film on Blu-ray or even in 4K. That would be cool to just have this version specifically in a physical format copy. I think that would be cool because there was even probably some changes to even this version that I didn't even realize. But I noticed they did keep some stuff in, I think, from some of the extended versions, but they pulled other stuff out. So it's kind of interesting, like the scene where he's talking about being an aerial killer. That's not the exact words he used, but there's a whole scene where they're going hunting and he's killing the animals on his flight creature. I wish I could remember the name of them for some reason I can never remember the name of them, but it's the one that once you make the bond with it, it never leaves your side or whatever. It only has one pilot for the rest of its life. So yeah, I can't remember the name of that for the life of me. But yeah, he steps out of line and says to them that this isn't over. So I'm assuming that's kind of foreshadowing for the second movie. And then please, for those of, yes, a lot of people left the theater, I think, not thinking anything else was going to happen. And then all of a sudden, there's just this scene with their son and this whale-type creature, obviously not called a whale, and he ends up saving this water creature's life. And then we get to see kind of what the second movie is going to look like just from like I think it might have been like about a 3-minute clip of him with this creature in the water, and holy crap, it looks phenomenal. Like, it looks like they're actually in the water. So yeah, there is a little end credit scene. I don't know. I wouldn't think there would be anything else besides that. I didn't stay till the very end of the credits, but I can't imagine there was anything after that. I mean, I can look it up and maybe do a little blurb about it after talking about this. But yeah, just seeing that scene is going to be, yeah, really good. Yeah, it shows how much they took the time to do, or like they actually took the time to properly do this movie, seeing as they've had the 13 years to do it. So I think they've kind of clearly been working on it for that amount of time, and I think we'll honestly see how well the other, what is it, there's going to be 5 films in total, so I guess the other, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, I guess we'll see how well the other 3 do after this one, because I think 2 and 3 have now finished filming, and 4 and 5 are currently filming right now. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, again, interested to see what they're going to do with these cast members. And we were kind of discussing it after the movie, and I suppose that Sigourney Weaver's character is tied to the Tree of Voices, so we're going to see exactly how she comes back in the second movie, and then beyond that, because it looks like most of them are going to be in all of these movies. So I'm kind of wondering whether it's going to be a lot of flashback stuff, and then see who they're going to be fighting in the next movie. And from the trailer of the new one, it kind of looked to me like there's some people or some avatars who have been having like almost like half like mix between avatar and human, and it looks like they're fighting on the avatar side, but maybe I guess there was some humans that stayed too, right? So I guess maybe obviously some humans would be fighting with the avatars as well on Pandora. So kind of interesting maybe to see whether some people are able to actually adapt to the Pandora air and survive on Pandora now. Kind of an interesting concept to see whether that's going to be something that happens in the movie. And yeah, obviously, I think somebody's going to come back to try to get the unobtainium from Pandora, would be my guess. But yeah, so I have a feeling that they're going to be making some bonds with some obviously water creatures, and it's going to be a very different type of battle at the end of the movie, but it's going to be epic. So really looking forward to the second movie, and I think that's pretty much all I can say. But yeah, I would stay seated until after the ending sequence where they're just kind of showing all the names and stuff, because there is a scene there that needs to be seen. Just for some foreshadowing for the second movie. And I think that's pretty much it for my review. And I will see you guys in the next review. Obviously, this stays at a 10 out of 10 rating for this movie. I guess I could talk a little bit about kind of, yeah, like, I think the one scene that really got to all of us was the ending battle scene with a lot of the gunfire, because the seat was just like shaking. You could hear the cups in the cup holder shaking, so that was just a cool experience. I haven't really had a really like super top of the line experience like that. Probably, I would say the one that really blew me away the most, besides this one, was Godzilla in the AVX Theater in Kingston, near where I live. When Godzilla was powering up, I didn't even have a D-box seat for that one, but the AVX is like kind of like a surround sound, similar to what an IMAX theater would be, and it just shook the whole theater when he was powering up. And then Dune in the D-box seats was another really good one. Other than that, yeah, besides Top Gun, there haven't really been too many movies like D-box wise that have been like as memorable as this one now. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, and the arrows, just being shot by the arrows, it actually felt like you were being shot by the arrow when the colonel dies at the end. So that was also cool. So yeah, 10 out of 10 rating for this movie, and definitely if you have the chance, hopefully when this comes out, when this review comes out, it's still in theaters. I have a feeling it will be for a while anyway, but yeah, if you get a chance to go see it on the re-release, I highly recommend going to see it, and I will see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye for now.